Hey guys, it's Charlie, and in today's video, I'll be taking you through a complete GoHighLevel account setup from beginning to end. This is the exact video that I wish I had when I was starting off with HighLevel, and it's going to cover everything you need to do step by step to get your account set up and running. I'll also be taking you through my custom snapshot, which is basically a template that you can import over into your HighLevel account. It makes the whole setup a lot easier, and you'll get that for free if you guys actually use my link down below to sign up for HighLevel. But yeah, I know HighLevel can be pretty intimidating. I know it sounds pretty complex, but this is the easiest way to get your account set up, and it's actually not too bad if you go through the order of steps that I talk about in this video. So my whole goal is to actually get you fully set up with your HighLevel account, and what I recommend doing is don't just watch, actually do the steps that I go over as you are watching this video. That is the best way to learn and get your account set up, and as you'll see, it's actually not too bad. A little bit of background: I've been using HighLevel for over a year now for one of my businesses, Paired Recruiting. We run pretty much everything within the software, and I also started to run my whole media company through HighLevel as well. And seriously, it has been amazing. It is such a powerful software. You can pretty much do anything you want with it. It replaces dozens and dozens of softwares. It's really affordable. And I truly think that every business owner or entrepreneur should learn GoHighLevel at some point. It really does help you become a better entrepreneur. And if you learn how to systemize and automate your business using a lot of the tools that we'll cover, your business is going to run way more smoothly, I promise you. Now, the first step, of course, is to actually sign up for a GoHighLevel account. If you guys don't have an account yet and you want my free snapshot, which will make this whole process a lot easier, I will have a link to it down below. It's just gohighlevel.com/CharlieChang. If you already have an account, of course, you can still follow along. So if you guys use my link down below, it's going to take you to this exact landing page. And you'll see with my link, you actually get a 30-day free trial versus the 14-day trial that most people get. So definitely recommend taking advantage of that, since it'll save you some money and you can try out the software for longer. If you already have a HighLevel account, you can click on this button here. It'll help you upgrade to the HighLevel Pro plan. But if you're just starting out and you don't have an account yet, then just click on Start an Extended Free Trial right here. What you'll do is enter in your information. After that, you'll click on go to step number 2. You'll be able to select from the 3 different plans. So there is the $97 a month plan, which is great if you have one business. The $297 plan is great if you want to build an agency or you have multiple businesses that you want to, use GoHighLevel with. This is the plan that I am on. And then the $497 plan, that's the Pro plan. You get a bunch of other tools like the SaaS tools. Most of you guys probably won't need that for now. So I'd say just go with a 97 or 297 plan. You can always change once the free trial is up. Again, you get that 30-day free trial with this link. So once your account has been created, you'll click on this button right here. And now it's going to have you create a password. It'll then send us a verification code to our email. We'll go ahead and enter that code. We'll then enter in our billing address. Click on continue. It'll ask you some questions about how you plan to use HighLevel. So I'll go ahead and select this one. If you plan to resell, you click on this. If you don't plan to resell, you can click on this one. It'll ask you your industry. I'll just go ahead and say marketing agency. We'll say 1 to 3. This one, you can select any other tools you're using, but I'll just click on skip. And the great thing about HighLevel is that you actually get a free onboarding call, and they'll help you set up a lot of this stuff. What I recommend doing is go through this video, set up as much as you can by watching me do it, and then you'll have a much better idea of how to use HighLevel, and then hop on that onboarding call and get any of your questions answered. So for now, I'm going to click on take me to my account, but we can do this onboarding call again later. I cannot stress how powerful HighLevel has been for me. It basically combines dozens and dozens of other tools into one single one. And so if you actually add the cost of all those tools, you're saving tons and tons of money. This is by far one of the best deals out there for any software, in my opinion. And yeah, that's why I run all of my businesses on GoHighLevel. It really is that powerful. Now, the first thing that you want to do after you get into your dashboard is you want to check your email and look for the email you got from me. In that email, it's going to have the snapshot link. And essentially, you'll want to be logged into your GoHighLevel account and then click on that link, and it's going to ask you to import the snapshot. All right, so it's going to be an email like this. And essentially, you just need to click on this button right here. It's going to open up this page right here, and you'll want to click yes, import now. Now you'll see it's in our import snapshots, which is really cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a new account with the snapshot. So we'll click on this plus button. Of course, you don't need to do this, but it's going to save you some time. To create this new sub account, I'm going to click on add manually, and then I'm going to enter in all this information right here. After that's done, we'll click on add sub account, and there you have it. And now what I want to show you guys is the difference between the agency dashboard versus the sub accounts. Okay, so I'm going to click on here. You'll see I have 2 accounts right here. And how I like to explain this is your sub accounts are your different companies. So let's say I have 3 different companies. I'm going to have a sub account for each of them. They're essentially going to act as separate accounts, and they're all under this one agency account. Now I have an agency account, but you may have not selected the agency account. And if you didn't, that means you just have one sub account and you can't add others. But for me, since I have the agency account, I can go ahead and create unlimited sub accounts. So I can create accounts for all of my businesses. If I have clients, I can also create sub accounts for them. And essentially all these different businesses are going to be under one agency dashboard. Under the agency dashboard, if you come here to settings, you're going to be able to change settings across your entire agency. This is not necessarily going to affect all of your different sub account companies, just your overall agency account. So for example, you can go ahead and change all your company details. If you want to white label, you'll change all this stuff here. You can add team members to your agency account or to your individual sub affiliate accounts. This is where you can change your billing details. And I'll show you guys in a little bit how to set up email services and stuff like that. But I want to take you to your sub account first. So I just created a Charlie Chain Company 2. This is the sub account that has that snapshot imported. So I'll click on this and now it's going to take me to this specific company. This is where all the magic happens basically, and this is where you're going to want to be. Now, the first thing that I recommend doing is come here to the Launchpad. The Launchpad is a really great place to get you started and essentially lists a bunch of different things that you should be doing. So the first thing that I recommend doing is just download the app. Yes, you can use GoHighLevel on your app. Let me show you guys what it looks like. So it's basically the same thing you see on your computer screen, just in an app form. And you can do all your work directly on your phone. You can answer messages, emails, you can see your different clients, the pipelines, all the automations, documents, whatever it is, all can be done on your phone. So I do recommend getting that. It's pretty cool. Next, you'll want to set up your Google business profile. So you'll click on connect right here. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that, but it's very self-explanatory. The next thing that you definitely want to do is connect Facebook. So if you do have a Facebook page or you do get leads through Facebook, you'll definitely want to connect it because you'll be able to message your clients and prospects directly within GoHighLevel, which is a huge time saver. If you also want to have a web chat widget, you can absolutely do that by connecting this right here. If you do client communications through WhatsApp, that's also a great feature of GoHighLevel. You just need to connect your account and all the messages that you get are going to show up on your GoHighLevel dashboard. Of course, you'll also want to connect your Stripe account so that you can start accepting payments. I'm not going to show you how to do that, but just follow the steps and click on connect here. If you also want to move your web hosting to GoHighLevel, you can do that. It's not the most affordable, but some people just like to have everything all in one place. I still use Hostinger for all of my web hosting. It's a lot cheaper, so I'll actually have a link to that down below. And then of course you can add team members. If you want to have people help manage your account or be able to see prospects and leads or create email automations or anything, this is where you're going to add them. So literally go through this Launchpad. It's here for a reason. It's going to make your life a lot easier. And yeah, that's basically the first main step. So in my other GoHighLevel videos, I've sort of showed the whole dashboard and what everything means, but this video is more geared towards helping you guys just get your account set up. Of course, though, I am going to give you guys a brief tour since it is important to understand what each tab is and how you can use it. Dashboard is basically where you see all your opportunities. So all your prospects, your leads, your clients. You can have a lot of custom values on here. And since this is a demo account, of course, it's not going to have any data. Conversations. This is a really cool place. Basically any emails or texts are going to show up right here. So it's all in one place. You can assign different conversations to different people on your team, or you can just manually respond to everyone within one central location. The next thing I'd probably set up is your calendar. So what you'll want to do is come here to calendar settings. And here's where you're going to see these separate calendars. Now, if you imported the snapshot, there are going to be some calendars pre-imported. So feel free to use any of these, but let me just show you really quickly how to create a calendar. What you want to do is click on create calendar. It's going to have you select your calendar type. So there's personal booking. That's going to be good for like one-on-one meetings with any team members or clients. There's class booking, there's round robin, and there's also collective booking. There's even more as well if you click on this. Each one is going to have a specific use case. So for example, round robin is really cool. It's going to distribute appointments among your different team members in a rotating order. So this is really good for sales calls or onboarding calls. For this demo, I'm just going to do personal booking. You'll put your calendar name. You can add a description if you want. You'll want to select a team member. So go ahead and create a team member first under team. You can create a custom URL, set your meeting duration, your booking availability. There's also advanced settings you can do, and then click on confirm. Under my staff, you can actually really easily add a team member. So you'll just want to add their first name. You can create a password for them if you want. Click on next. You'll set the roles and permissions. So you can have them as an admin or a user. You can be really specific with what they can actually do. We'll click on save. And now we can assign that person to specific calendars. Let's say we want every day except for Monday and Thursday. Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Click on confirm. This is the link to the calendar. We can preview it. And yeah, this is what it looks like. Now someone can just be sent this link and they can book a 30-minute time slot directly on this calendar. So the next tab is contacts. And anytime you have a lead or a client or a prospect or anyone, let's say they submit a form, they're going to be put into this place. And when you actually click on this person, there's going to be a lot of information that you can see about them. You can see any activities, so any touch points that you've had with this person, it's going to show up here. Any communication is also going to show up here. You can easily send an SMS, WhatsApp, or email. We can add different tags to this person. We can see any active automations that are applicable to this person. We can see what opportunities that they are part of. If they're in any of your courses or communities, you can see that here as well. And so yeah, you can get a really big bird's eye view over any specific person within your contacts list. Opportunities is also a very important place to understand. If you guys have used ClickUp or Notion, you may have seen something similar to this. For example, if you click on add opportunity, we can select a contact, so that person I just created. We can enter any of this information, click create, and they're going to be added to this opportunity. Now, this is so important for business owners because if you're dealing with clients or leads, it's very important for you to understand what part of the pipeline they're in. So for example, this is a brand new lead, but if they're a hot lead, I can actually move them to here. If we book an appointment with this person, what you'll want to do is put them here and so on, right? The snapshot that you guys imported comes with a couple pipelines. And for most businesses, they're going to have multiple pipelines. So you'll want to create maybe 1 or 2 different pipelines. Usually you'll have a pipeline for brand new leads. So that's going to be this whole process of, getting them from a lead to an actual client. This is another sample lead pipeline, right? If they watched a video or they book a call, you can create a custom pipeline that fits your business. So let me show you really quickly how to do that. We'll come here to pipelines and you can see there are 2 different pipelines we have here. We can edit these as we want, but I'm going to click on create new pipeline. Let's name it current client. And you might have upsells or you might want to reach out to them after X days. You may want to book them on a follow-up call, whatever it is, that's going to be in this pipeline. So we'll add a bunch of different stage names and that's enough for now. Just to show you guys, we'll click on save. And now we have this new pipeline called current client. What we can do is come here to opportunities, open current client. Let's say we want to add this person here. So they're a current client. And now we're going to essentially move them through this pipeline. So once we follow up a second time, we'll move them here. Once we upsell them, we'll move them here and so on. Get this set up for your business. It's going to be completely different depending on what you do in your business, but just know that this is a vastly important section of HighLevel. Payments, pretty self-explanatory, but you can create invoices and estimates. You can create contracts and documents. So for example, my recruiting company, we do all of our documents and contracts within HighLevel. You can send them out directly for the client to sign. It's essentially DocuSign, but just all built in. So yes, you can probably cancel your DocuSign account. You can also create payment links. You can look at your different transactions. You can create products if you want to sell actual physical products or even PDFs or documents. You can create coupons. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to get too into this, but the next thing I want to take you guys through is going to be the sites. So with HighLevel, you can create a funnel or a website or even a store webinar. Essentially, anything you want to build that's online can be done through here. So as you can see with the snapshot, we have a few sample funnels here. If you come here to websites, you can also see we have a couple here. A lot of you guys, you might want to have some type of website or landing page. I'm just going to show you really quickly how that looks. So click on new website. For most people, I recommend starting from their templates since it makes it a lot easier. And then depending on what type of business you have, you may want to just select something that, matches that. In this case, let's just choose marketing agency theme template. We'll go ahead and click continue. So this is the website builder, very easy to use. Anything that you want to change, you can just come here. For example, you can add any text. We can change the text here. We can change the font. Don't recommend changing it too much since these are all professionally built themes and everything matches. Any button changes you can do, you can easily do that here. Yeah, essentially anything you want to change, you can just do that very easily through here. You don't need any coding experience to build a website with HighLevel. If there's any section you don't want, you can easily just delete it by clicking on this trash can button. We can also move elements down or up. This is the desktop builder. They also have the mobile mode. You'll definitely want to make sure that your website looks good on mobile too. So this is going to be part of course, the whole setup process to using HighLevel if you want to have your website within HighLevel. Some of you guys already have your website built out. That's totally fine. You don't need to do it here, but just know that it is an option. option. Now, before you publish, you're going to want to actually connect a domain to your account. So as you can see, if I click on publish, it's going to want me to select a domain. So that's going to be the next section. For now, I'm just going to click save. We'll go back. And what we'll do is click on settings. We'll come down here to domains. And what you're going to do is you can purchase a domain directly through GoHighLevel, or you can connect a pre-existing domain that you already have. So if you already have a domain, you can come here, click on connect a domain. We're going to connect it to our website that we just built. So let's do social.yt is a domain that I have. We'll click on continue. You'll definitely want to make sure that this is checked as well, because you do want to add the www. We'll click on continue. And now what you're going to want to do is log into your domain registrar. So this could be like GoDaddy, Namecheap, Hostinger, whatever it is. Log in there, go to the advanced DNS settings, and then manually add these records. After you do that, what you'll want to do is click on verify records, and that's going to connect this domain to your GoHighLevel account. After you do that, then you'll be able to connect your website to this custom domain. That's definitely something that you want to do. It's very, very important that you have a custom domain. So definitely do not skip this step. Every domain registrar is going to be a little bit different, but it's very easy to do. You just need to create 2 different records within your advanced DNS settings. This is an A record. This is a CNAME record. Copy these into the respective places and then add them. And then you'll come back here and click on verify records. Okay, so the next thing that you guys should set up is going to be your email services. Ideally, you'll connect your email services to your account, and that's going to allow you to actually email people and receive emails within your client dashboard. Now, the default provider is going to be the lead connector email system. This is built in. So when you use this to send your emails, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have your custom domain or email that you choose, and it's going to have via send.lcmsgsndr.org. For a lot of people, that's going to be good enough. But if you want more control over your email and you don't want to have that little ending part, what you'll want to do is come here to add service, and you're going to select your email service. So most of you guys will probably have Gmail. You'll select that, enter in your email and your password, and click on save. The next thing that I want to set up is going to be my phone number. So for most of you watching this, it's going to be really important to have a phone number through GoHighLevel. That way clients can call or text a number, and it's going to show up directly within your account. You'll be able to use AI to respond. You'll be able to respond manually. You'll be able to text them directly in your conversations dashboard. And so if you want to add a phone number, you'll click on plus add number. We'll go ahead and select add phone number. So here's going to be a list of numbers. If you don't like any of these numbers, you can always click on refresh results. Here's going to show the capabilities. So for example, this one can do voice calls, it can do SMS, and it can do MMS. It's going to have the monthly price. So any of these numbers, if you want to use it, you can, for example, just click on this, click on proceed to buy, and that's going to add this phone number into your account. Another pretty interesting thing with GoHighLevel is the conversation AI bot. What you can do is come here to plus create bot, and you can create a bot that can do general Q&A, appointment booking, or you can create one completely from scratch. So for example, Q&A, let's click on continue. You'll name the bot. You'll set the status. You'll select the supported channels. Now, this is a paid service, so it is in addition to your current subscription, but it is quite cheap. And basically what you can do is you can train this bot. You want to do that by selecting a knowledge base, which you can create a new knowledge base. Test base. Click on this. The really cool thing about this is that you can just give it a website to start to crawl and learn from. So for example, if I were to do pair.so, I could train this bot on my recruiting company's information. It's going to know everything that we have on our website. You can also add Q&As right here. And this is not available just yet, but it will soon. You can upload different files that I can learn from. So pretty cool. I'm not going to get too much into that. You can see there's also like voice AI agents. You can create an agent through here, but I'm not going to show you how to do that. Custom values is also something that you'll probably want to set up. This is just going to make your life easier in the future. So for example, from email, we can edit any of these, edit custom value. And let's say the from email that we want to always use is hi@charliechang.com. Update. Now we can really easily plug this email into wherever I want, just using this custom value. So go ahead and create any custom values you want to use. You can go ahead and do that right here. Let's click and go back here. The next thing I want to set up is going to be marketing. Okay. So one really great thing about GoHighLevel is that you can manage all of your different social media accounts in one spot. For most people, it's probably going to be Facebook, Instagram, and maybe maybe your Google business profile. I also recommend having a YouTube channel for any business. Really is a great way to get organic leads. TikTok as well, even Pinterest. And what you can do is you want to connect any of these channels you have to HighLevel. The reason why this is going to be really good is that you can actually do all your content planning directly within your account. So you can write posts, you can schedule posts. It's really going to save you a ton of time and make everything a lot easier. With content, it's all about consistency. So having everything in one spot really makes it easier to post more. So definitely recommend connecting this. Every account is going to be a little bit different on how you connect it, but it's very simple. If you want to use HighLevel for email marketing, you can absolutely do that. Just come here to the emails tab and you can create a campaign. There are tons of email marketing templates that you guys can choose from. So for example, let's go ahead and choose this. Click on continue. All right, we have this right here. We can edit this by adding our logo, changing all the text. And once you're ready, you can click on send or schedule. If you want to create an affiliate program for any of your products that you sell, you can do that here through the affiliate manager. Pretty cool. You can also manage all of your ads here in the ad manager. This is brand new. Yeah, so that's it for marketing. Next, I want to show you guys automation, how to set this up. So one of the best things with HighLevel is all the automation that you can create. And this is really where you turn your business into a real business, because having all these automations makes you, one, have a system and process for everything that happens within the business. And then two, ensures that everything runs without you manually doing something. So this will save you so much time and effort. And once you really build this out using HighLevel, your business can pretty much run itself, at least a lot more than it probably does right now. So with that snapshot that you imported, it comes with a bunch of different workflows. Let me show you really quickly how to create a new workflow. Just click this here. We can either build from scratch or we can select a recipe. Now, to start off, I just recommend looking at the recipes. As you can see, there are tons of pre-built templates that we can choose from. So for example, if someone abandons your cart, we can have a 2-email sequence. We'll click on this. This is going to be where you have a trigger. So abandon checkouts, save trigger. You'll be able to create all these different little nodes. So this one's going to have a wait node where it waits 30 minutes and then it sends out this email. These are all pre-written, but of course you can go in and edit them as you wish. It waits again for another day and then sends out a second email. We can always add more different actions. We can create a tag once they go through this. We can send an SMS. We can call them. Yeah, essentially you can do anything here, as you can see. And once you're ready to make this live, you'll drag this to publish and click on save. Then you'll be able to see the enrollment history into this workflow, as well as the execution log. You can of course make your workflows completely from scratch just by using that builder. And so you'll want to build this out for any workflows or automations that are particular to your business. The more workflows you have here, the more automated your business is. So those are like the main important things that I want to show you guys on how to set up. After going through all this, what you can do is come here to settings and look through all these different things. So anytime you see something here, you can go in, change any of the information, update it. If anything catches your eye, for example, voice AI agents, you can go ahead and create an agent. You can add new phone numbers, right? You can add more custom values. Any other domains you want to add to this account, you can absolutely do that. Any integrations with other platforms or software, you can do that here. But yeah, essentially those are the main things when it comes to getting your account set up. And so I really hope that this video was able to show you that it's actually not too hard. Yes, there are a lot of things that you'll want to set up, but fundamentally it's not that crazy. Of course, it will take time to set up each of these things so that it matches your business. And you'll likely want to spend at least 1 or 2 weeks building out your opportunities. And you'll also want to spend a few days building out your pipelines, any automations and workflows within your business, and making sure that your phone number, your domain, your emails are all set up properly. Once you do all that, you can start to really look at some of the more detailed tutorials that are on the web and just build out those advanced things within your HighLevel account. But yeah, for now, this video basically took you from a brand new account to an account that is pretty much fully set up that you can start using right away. If you made it this far in the video, I do want to say you're awesome. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really hope that this video was valuable and showed you just how awesome the software is, because yeah, the more business owners we can get using HighLevel, the more great businesses are going to get built. I truly believe that. I'm super bullish on the software. I think everyone should have it. And it literally works for any type of business, right? It could be a real estate agent. It could be any type of service-based agency or service. It could be an e-com store. It could be a YouTuber. It does not matter. Any business can benefit from building out a high-level workflow while at the same time saving a ton of money. Again, I'll have my affiliate link down below. If you do want to use that to sign up, you'll get that 30-day extended trial and you'll also get my free custom snapshot. But yeah, in any case, I hope this video was helpful. If you got any value from it, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. I make a ton of videos about entrepreneurship, business, and finance, and it's all things to help you live a more financially successful life. That is my goal. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.